But I'm wearing my penguin pants. I have something going on every single evening. I don't know if it's gonna be spicy, but I'm ready for it. And I'm so ready for this week to be over. Happy first day of Polarthon. I am wrapping up my work day really. I'm exporting my Crescent City recap vlog and I'm gonna go have a little look at my stocks. I need to maybe order some fragrance oils. I have no idea what I've got in to do a Crescent City restock at the end of this week. For Polarthon, we have 5 prompts. I'm on the Explorers team. I'm one of Gavin's deputies, so I'm taking this very seriously. So you can double up with the prompts as long as they're adjacent. I'm aiming to get through 3 books for Polarthon and possibly a 4th. One of them is going to be a comic. It's the one that I'm knocking out first. Then 2 full books, one of which is quite long. And if I get time, one final one that's going to double up for the top 2 prompts up the side of the mountain. So I'm going to be kicking off with the bottom, the first prompt. And for that one, I'm reading Rat Queens Volume 7, The Once and Future King. I thought Rat Queens was still ongoing, but apparently Volume 8 is the last one. I read that it was the wrap-up of the story arc, but I thought that they were just going to continue and do more story arcs, but maybe not. But this perfectly fills the adventure prompt because this is an adult fantasy comic series that follows a group of boozy battle maidens for hire. And it's a sword and sorcery type of story, so there are like greater overarching plots that span like more than 1 volume, but a lot of the bulk of this is this group of amazing women who are just, I love them all so much, just completing quests for the realm. I'm a little bit confused about this one, and I don't know if I noticed on book 6, but I know we've had some art style changes throughout here, which is why it's taken me so long to read it, because I leave a little bit of time in between each of the volumes so that if the art style changes, I'm not like shocked by it because I can't fully remember what it used to look like. But this is by Rock Up Church, and Rock Up Church is not named on the front of this, so I'm wondering if they had different writers as well. But yeah, I'm planning on knocking this out tonight, and then I may start my next book, or I may just give it a rest and chill out for the rest of the night, because I've been doing some hardcore reading trying to make my way through Crescent City, which is now done. But I might want a little break. We'll see how I feel. Hello. It's hard to hold the camera when I'm holding a massive bag of crisps and my graphic novel, but I've just worked out, got out of the shower. What was the point in working out if I'm gonna open a massive bag of crisps, you might ask? No, indeed. Come on man, don't be shy.
I just wanted to know if you was having the television.
Not right now, no. But I'm wearing my penguin pants, and where is he? Where is my cat? Over there. I'm gonna smash through this volume of Rat Queens. I'm living my best hot slob life today because I have something going on every single evening this week, and I'm planning on taking next week off work for House of Sky and Breath and also Horizon Zero Dawn Forbidden West. So I'm working every day, I'm working every night, because all of the stuff that I'm doing is YouTube stuff. So I have 2 evenings where I'm doing the Buffy watch along. Like the only evening I had free was last night. So today and Saturday are the Buffy watch along with my patrons, and then Wednesday, Thursday and Sunday I have public reading sprints, one on my channel, one on Ashley's, one on Gavin's, and on Friday I have my interview with Riddick Kennedy. So today I'm just powering through some editing. I'm also gonna send some things. I think I've got a couple of candles I need to send out, and also my Patreon bookmarks for February. I need to get those sorted. I might have time to do that this afternoon, but that's not why I'm here. I'm just explaining. I look really pale. I look like I have a hangover or something, but what can I say? I woke up like this. I finished Rat Queens Volume 7 last night. I actually gave it 3 stars, which is kind of low. I don't think the original, I know that the original illustrator has been gone from this for a long time, but I don't think the original writer, which was it Curtis J. Weave? I don't think he's worked on this either. But the art in here is really, really nice. Like, I'm not sure if it changes at some point throughout here where it's just looking like slightly less detailed, but the art was absolutely gorgeous. We have the whole Rat Queens looking like absolute babes. So that was probably my favorite part of this. But like, my favorite thing about Rat Queens as a series is the characters and the elements of sisterhood between them. And there was a lot of tension between them in this one. There's also like one of the Rat Queens is not a Rat Queen anymore, and I do really miss her. The plot was okay, but I just felt like it missed a little something. I mean, look at Violet. She is absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, 3 stars for this one. I don't think that they're officially done with this forever. I just think that they've finished the current story arc. So maybe they'll come back, maybe they won't, but I do have 1 more volume of that left to read at some point. Might try and knock it out sometime soon just so that I'm all caught up, and because it's the end of a story arc, I feel like it's going to wrap up a little bit of overarching plot, so I should probably read that while some of the details are still fresh in my mind. But that was the prompt adventure done, and now I'm up to the prompt to read a book with a cold word in the title, and for that I'm reading Gleam by Raven Kennedy, which, hear me out, more importantly than this fulfilling a prompt in any way, the entirety of this series is set in a cold kingdom. Like, it's snowing, it's icy, they're in the snow and in the ice trudging through it all the time, so it fits Polathon thematically. We also have like a snowy cover on here. All the background of these trees is it ice on this one? Yeah, it looks like it's ice. The next prompt after this is to read a book with a foiled cover because ice and snow is shiny. So I'm gonna take that as Gleam being a cold word because ice and snow gleams. And most importantly, I'm interviewing Raven Kennedy on Friday. I really needed to get this on my TBR to make anything work. But this one is the 3rd book in the Plated Prisoner series. It is a very dark fantasy romance. It's a King Midas retelling, and there are fae in here as well. But we're following a young woman called Auron, who is King Midas's favored pet. She's kept in this like gilded cage, and the reason why she's so special is because she's been gold touched by Midas. So everything about her is gold apart from the whites of her eyes and her teeth. She's kept in a cage, but she kind of actually likes it in there because she had a terrible upbringing, massive content warnings throughout the series for sexual assault. And I say upbringing, her parents died when she was very young and she was on the streets for a long time. Midas saved her from that, and she likes being in this cage because she feels safe, she feels protected from the outside world where she's had very bad experiences. I really like this series because it doesn't fulfill my expectations. I expected this to, well, I don't want to spoil anything about it because I really like the plot twist more than anything else in this series, but I had a certain set of expectations when I knew that this was a King Midas retelling, and it kind of just like flipped all of that on its head. And I'm really excited to read this one because there was a big reveal at the end of book 2, which I've just read, about a certain character that I really like, and I want to find out more. Also, I hope we get more from Lou in here, who is one of, she's like a soldier and my favorite character so far. So I want this done by Friday. Obviously it is chunky, and I think I'm just gonna check because when I started this I thought the text isn't small, but it seems smaller than in here. Yes it is. So not only, this is like 400, just over 400 pages, not only is this 597 pages, the font is a lot smaller as well, so I'm gonna have to get cracking with this. Luckily, I have all those reading sprints this week. I have sprints on Wednesday and Thursday, so I should be able to get through it. But yeah, just a lot on this week, but it's fine. I'm just rolling with it. I'm just dealing with it because I have next week off. Fingers crossed.
Trains keep running, hearts keep breaking. I keep writing songs about things that are out of my control, but I pretend they're not, and then wonder why the outcome's not what I planned for. Oh, 'cause lately I tend to answer with maybe, 'cause commitment seems so scary, and I miss just being more. I swear, baby, I'm not the one that's crazy. You say that I'm too picky, but there's too much on my plate.
Hello, so I'm currently on sprints on Gav's channel today as opposed to mine yesterday, and I do need to check in properly, let you guys know my full thoughts on Gleam by Raven Kennedy, but I'm now 344 pages into it. Just read chapter 28. Oh my god, I am obsessed. Like, the love interest in here, not the perfect man, comes with his own kind of issues. He's a bit pushy, but oh my god, am I here for it. I am here for it. I'm hyped. I need to continue, but there's only like 3 minutes left of this sprint, so I don't want to get into the next chapter because I don't know if it's going to be spicy, but I'm I'm ready for it. So I need to take a moment to calm down and I'll dive back in after the next chat break.
Never been the one to spend hours together. I love my friends, but I like silence even better. And I love my parents, but I can't keep all my promises. Yeah, maybe I should start thinking less. Live my life how it fits me best. Got up for the ones who cannot comprehend. Maybe I'm not doing well.
I'm here, finally. It is 4:20. I want to get 40 minutes of editing done before I start making dinner. And I have my interview with Raven Kennedy tonight in 2.5 hours-ish. I'm also doing a candle restock at 6:30. There's a lot going on. But tonight is my 3rd live show out of 4 this week. So I'm nearly there. I'm nearly there. And I'm going to be playing Fortnite tonight. So I'm really excited for some chill time. But I'm actually real far into this now. I'm 409 pages into it, and I am hoping to finish this tonight. I don't know when, because I'm going to be in the interview until 8. I might have a bit of time in between that and Fortnite, but this is my favourite installment of the series so far. And last night during the final sprint of Gav's Polarthon sprints, I read a 35-page sex scene, and honestly I was having the best time of my life. Maybe a little bit too good of a time, but I really enjoyed it. It was like 20 pages of foreplay and 16 pages of sex, and it was a good time. Read 170 pages yesterday just during sprints, and I only have like 170 pages left. I think there's 595 pages plus part 3 of the Golden Gold Vine, which is like a song or a poem that's at the end of every book, like a new part of it. I wasn't expecting, because like I said, I read a sex scene. I wasn't expecting the romance to be coming in the middle of this book, because this series is very, very slow, and I was getting not necessarily frustrated, because I definitely enjoyed the setting of this one a little bit more. There was one thing in it that wasn't doing it for me, and it's a just constant repetitive argument between two characters, where one, like the main character Auron, was saying like, I'm not standing for this anymore, and the other one just kept kind of like pushing their luck and being like, yeah, no, I get it, and then continuing with the same pattern of behavior, and it just like keep happening over and over again. But I definitely enjoy the setting more. The sexual tension and the romance is at its best in this one, because there is like some smutty stuff, some romantic stuff going on in book 1. Then we have like a lot of slow build in book 2, and then the romance is finally coming through in this book. So now I'm concerned that the end is going to be like romantically sad, like something's going to happen with the relationship or the love interest, because we all know that this book is going to end on a cliffhanger. Now I know that I haven't said very much about this, but this is a hard series to talk about, because like I said, when I went into it, I had a set of expectations that did not turn out to be what this book actually is about. And because of that, I don't really want to say too much about it outside of the actual synopsis of it, because I also want you guys to go in with the same set of expectations, which obviously, because I've been talking about it, you know that something's going to be up with that, but you don't know exactly what it is because I'm not saying anything about it. But the plot is definitely thickening, and I'm real excited to see where the last 200 pages of this take it, because 200 pages seems like a lot, but it's a very slow pace, so it won't be like a great deal of time that's covered in those 200 pages. Something else that I really like about this series is that I never really know where it's going, so I'm always kind of surprised. Like I feel like we've had a lot of big reveals in the series so far, so I don't know what the plot twist at the end of it is going to be at all. I don't know where the time has gone. It's Friday, and I've read one book technically, because I've read a volume of a comic, but obviously it didn't take me very long, and I haven't finished my second book yet. So I'm kind of wondering where all my time has gone, because I guess it's because it's live shows, and I enjoy doing live shows, but I find that when I finish doing them, especially if it's something really long like sprints, I feel like it's all passed in like the blink of an eye, and I can't account for that time, even though I was actively doing something. Like I spent all that time reading last night and the night before, so I'm just a little bit confused how we've gone to Friday and I've been reading like over 100, like 250 pages a day. Still not finished a book, but fingers crossed tonight is the night. So I'm gonna get on with some editing, because my main focus of this week in the daytime has been powering through enough work that I'm done by Sunday, Monday at the latest, ready for House of Sky and Breath and having next week off. So yeah, I'm just utilizing every minute that I can to progress with things, because I still have at this moment 1 video to film, 3 to edit, and candle orders to pack, obviously after the restock when they've actually come in. So I just had my interview with Raven Kennedy. Complete and utter fangirl moment. Had a great time. She's honestly just the sweetest human, and she let me know that in her opinion she doesn't think that the cliffhanger at the end of the book is as bad as the other 2. But yeah, I'm just riding the high of that because I had such a great time interviewing her. But I'm gonna go finish Gleam now and we'll see whether I agree on my cliffhanger. Good morning. I'm about to put my makeup on because I'm filming a video with Curtis today, but let me tell you about what happened last night. So last night I did the interview with Raven Kennedy. Went great, as I said, had a great time. Went and sat down with the intention to read, and then I spent 2 hours texting, 2 hours playing Fortnite, and then I went to bed once again with the intention to read, and then was like, no, I'm tired. Went to sleep. So I still have like 160 pages left of Gleam, which I am hoping to get through today because I can't finish editing and then scheduling any of the videos that I need to apart from one until I finish this book. So that's definitely happening today. Also, real exciting stuff for me at least. I got an email from Royal Mail last night that says that a parcel from Waterstones is going to be delivered on Monday between 9 and 10 a.m. I'm a little bit confused though because when I went onto the tracking they've sent it 48-hour tracked, whereas for my House of Sky and Breath edition that I've ordered from Waterstones I paid first class. So I'm wondering if it's the tour editions that came with the tickets, but like I guess I won't know until it arrives. But it's coming on Monday, whatever it is. I am pretty sure it's House of Sky and Breath because I'm pretty sure I have nothing else coming from them. So fingers crossed. I'm really excited. But then that means because I have next week off, I did have Monday as a day where I could do work if I needed to. That doesn't exist now if the book's arriving early. But more importantly, I have book mail. This is an ARC and I'm actually surprised at how quickly this arrived. I wasn't expecting it for a while. But it is an ARC from Del Rey and it is dun dun dun. Ow. It's Misrule by Heather Walter, which is the sequel to Malice. It says April on it, but I thought it was May that it was released. Let's have a look. May 10th is the release date on this. This is a sapphic retelling of Sleeping Beauty from the perspective of one of the dark fairies, or like Maleficent. And book 1, a little bit YA in theme, not as villainous as I would like it to be, but by the time we get to the end point of that book, I'm real curious to see where this book takes it, because I feel like this is going to be a much darker turn. So I'm going to be reading this in probably April if it's only released in May. Or because I do have the Tessa Bailey arc as well, and I was going to do a contemporary romance vlog, but now I have 2 arcs and 2 finished review copies that have been sent to me. So I don't know if I should do an arc vlog or a romance vlog. I might put a poll somewhere to decide which one I'm going to do. But thank you so much to Del Rey for sending this my way. There is going to be a blog tour for it as well, which I think is happening in May, and I will be a part of it, but I don't know the specifics of that yet. I'm just about to crack on with some more editing. Like I said this morning, couldn't continue with anything else that I was doing until I finished Gleam, and now that I finished Gleam, I'm hoping to wrap up the video that I started editing yesterday. So I do only have 50 minutes until I'm gonna start making dinner. I'm honestly just like so tired of everything that I've had on. I have the Buffy watch along tonight, so that's not super stressful because it's not like live or anything. I have one more live show left tomorrow and I'm so ready for this week to be over. Honestly, cannot hack it, especially because it took me a little bit longer to finish this than I anticipated. So now I'm just really conscious of the fact that like I'm barely gonna get this video finished editing. I'm still gonna have orders to pack and 2 videos to edit in their entirety tomorrow. But Gleam, really enjoyed it. Definitely my favorite in the series. The cliffhanger in this one I would say is more impactful than the other 2, because the other 2 were like reveals about characters and this is more like an oh shit, where is the plot gonna go in book 4. This also felt like kind of a little bit like the end of a story arc because of like the big thing that happened at the end of it. I'm not especially worried for the characters going forward because one of the characters has an ability that has been illustrated at the beginning of this book, which I feel like might come into play. It's just a question of whether there's any additional effects to that, I guess. But yeah, I give it 4 stars, so it is my favorite in the series. With Glenn, it was more like a 3.5 to a 4. This one's like a 4 to a 4.5. It has the most plot of all of the books that I've read in the series so far. Had some real good smut in here that I really enjoyed. The romance continued to develop further in a way that I really enjoyed, and I'm excited. I just hope that the romance isn't impacted by the events at the end of this, because like I personally feel like if I was in that position I wouldn't be holding a grudge about it, but I can't say the same for Oren. So yeah, I'm really excited to see how it unfolds with some of the side characters as well that we have perspectives of that aren't necessarily part of the core plot with everyone else. I'm excited to see where they go. And of course, a big thank you to April for gifting this one to me. So that is another book down for this week. I'm really torn about what to do now. I'm going to be starting something else because I do have tonight, and I'm going to edit for a little bit, make dinner, work out, watch Buffy, and then play Fortnite. So I'm not going to get much reading done tonight. But I do still have all of tomorrow, but I only have tomorrow. I thought I would have Monday as well, but I think it's the tour edition of House of Earth and Blood that's turning up on Monday. And I don't have anything I can start that I can have finished before that arrives. And no matter what I'm reading, I'm going to put it down so that I can pursue House of Sky and Breath. But I'm just going to go with my next prompt along Polarthon, which is to read a book with a foiled cover. And this is actually the shortest book that's on my TBR this month. And that is City of Dragons by Robin Hobb. So this is the third book in the realm of the Earthlings. The live show for this has been pushed back a little bit because essentially just none of the weekends were working out for any of us. We all have like a whole ton of plans. So the live show for this is actually going to be on the 6th of March, so right at the beginning of March, and then we're going to follow it up with a live show for the fourth book right at the end of March to like compensate for that delay. So just so that you guys know and can be prepared for reading the fourth book if you're participating in Earthling Long. But this is an adult epic fantasy series that is following a group of humans and a group of dragons, and a community said that they would look after this group of dragons, but the dragons are getting restless and rowdy, so they put together this group of humans who are going to escort the dragons to a different location that is more suitable for them. Shortest book in the realm of the Earthlings at 425 pages. Still not going to finish it in a day though, but it is definitely the shortest book on my TBR. I think the next shortest book after this one is over 500 pages. Like I got nothing under 500 pages left on my TBR for the rest of the month. I'm screwed, and I'm just accepting it. But yeah, I am going to be wrapping up this vlog like I normally try, if I can, to wait until I finish whatever book I'm working on to wrap up this vlog. But I'm definitely going to be wrapping this vlog up tomorrow because it's Polarthon. Didn't do as well in Polarthon as I thought I was going to do, but I've had a stressful week. I'm trying to get all my ducks in a row so I can have next week off, which I am having next week off. Like literally nobody talked to me next week. But yeah, I'm gonna go, it's like nearly 20 past 4, so I'm gonna get some editing done and try and get at least one video done today.
Oh, 'cause lately I tend to answer with maybe. It's commitment seems so scary, and I miss just being more. I swear, baby, I'm not the one that's crazy. You say that I'm too.
I have sprints tonight, and I was going to wait and see what I got read so that I could give you guys a final check-in, or like a first and final check-in on City of Dragons by Robin Hobb. But I've actually decided, because it is Valentine's Day tomorrow as well. House of Sky and Breath's arriving in the morning and it's Valentine's Day, and I'm currently at the point in my work where I have 2 videos still left to edit. Well, one is nearly done, which is this one, and I have one that's still left to edit, and I still have to pack those candle orders. So I'm actually going to work through sprints tonight, so I don't know how much reading I'm actually gonna get done for the rest of the day. But I did make a start on City of Dragons. I read 2 chapters, I'm 22 pages into it. I'm actually quite surprised by the turn of events in here, because the first 2 perspectives we get, or the first 3 perspectives in the first 2 chapters, are characters that are either completely new from a new place, like a new area of the world that we haven't visited before, that I've been really interested to see a perspective from, or from characters that we haven't seen in ages. We've had the return of character perspectives from the Live Ship Traders, which is my favorite series in the realm of the Earthlings. So it was a bit of a shock going in, because I expected it to pick up after the end of, is it Dragon Haven? The second one, but we seem to be in a new location, which is very confusing to me why this one's so short then, if we're getting all of this new stuff. And then I am assuming we're going to get the old characters as well, because it would be weird if we didn't. But just scanning through, I have just seen the word keepers, and the keepers are the people who are escorting the dragons, so I would assume that they are in here as well. So I'm going to carry on reading this throughout the end of the day. My plan is to finish editing before 5, make dinner, and then pack orders in sprints, and I have enough orders that I think it shouldn't take me more than 2 sprints if the sprints are 45 minutes, but that's providing that I can finish all the tops of the candles and get glitter on them and prep all of the postage labels before 5, which is honestly pushing it because it's 1 o'clock now, and the video that I have to edit last is the one with the most amount of footage. I do also have something else to do today. I have to wrap Curtis's Valentine's Day present because he is currently out, and it is massive. I don't know how I've hidden it from him for all this time. I'm going to show you guys what it is, because by the time this video goes up it won't be Valentine's Day anymore. But look at the size of this box. I've just been out and bought a full new roll of wrapping paper, and I don't know if it's big enough for this. But first up, can we talk about men and how contradictory they are? Because I wanted to buy Curtis Lego for absolutely ages, and he's literally never shown an interest in it, and all of a sudden my best friend, who is obsessed with Lego, is trying to get hold of some Lego for Curtis for Christmas, and he couldn't find the one. He wanted to get him the Venom head, but it was out of stock everywhere, and then he tried again for his birthday, still out of stock everywhere. So he got him the Baby Yoda one, and also the Sonic one, the new Sonic one that was released, I think it was in January. And now Curtis is obsessed with Lego, and he's like, oh my god, I love Lego, I've always loved Lego. And it's like, anytime I've mentioned Lego to you, you have shown less than no interest. So yeah, I thought I'd get him some Lego for Valentine's Day because we assemble it together, and I got a pretty big set that was still something he was interested in, because it's hard to find. Like, most of the Mario sets are more for like kids, like they have all the Luigi's Mansion stuff, but this one is 100% for adults. It's the Super Nintendo Entertainment System with like Mario on the screen, and it is, how many pieces is it? 2,646, and I think the biggest one we've done is like 1,400 maybe, so this will take a good long while. Also perfect because I have a week off next week. Don't know if Curtis does, but I'm sure he'll make time for Lego. It's really cool. I've seen a YouTube video on this when it was first released, but like all of the ports, and like you can lift all the flaps on the console and it looks like the inside of a SNES. Amazing. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap that, providing I have enough wrapping paper, which I'm seriously doubting, and get all of my work done. So that brings us to the end of this vlog. Next week it is very important to me, which is why I'm taking a week off work, that nobody spoils House of Sky and Breath for me, so I'm completely off social media, and because of that I am going to be making a House of Sky and Breath spoiler vlog, which you will see whenever it's ready. But in terms of my normal weekly vlog, I will be making one, but I will not be spoiling House of Sky and Breath in any way, shape or form. I'll probably do what I did last time, where I put like an out of context dramatic reactions to it in the vlog and let you know if I like it more or less than House of Earth and Blood. But because of that, I probably won't have too much content for a weekly vlog, so I think I'm going to be running the next vlog for 2 weeks, and I have a ton of chunky books, most of them adult fantasies, to get through. So if that is something that you are interested in. But aside from that, guys, I do hope you've enjoyed this vlog if you've made it this far. If you have, please don't forget to like if you liked it, and subscribe if you wanna, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Oh, you bite your friend like chocolate. You say you'll go when nobody knows, with guns hidden under our petticoats. We're never gonna quit it, no, we're never gonna quit it, no.